Hey folks, this is Matt Rainwater, and today we're going to be reading episode 88 of Trailer Park Warlock. By the way, this is spiffy new jacket I got from Webtoon. They sent for free to Webtoon artists, which was pretty cool. Anyway, it's very cozy. I'm enjoying it, and let's get on to talking about this episode. So this is following the events of episode 87. Right, we saw Darla go pretty wild. Jake and Darla kind of having a fight. Um, Although Darla's not entirely conscious about it, and we'll get into that later in another episode. And Reese came back, right? In this episode, we're going to basically get a lot of information about what's been going on in terms of lore and backstory. It's pretty much, this is a lore episode. So for those of y'all who like lore, y'all will be like a pig in stuff that pigs like to hang out in. So let's get started real quick. All right, here we go. And this episode's called "The Light of Your Land." So hold on. It's taking me a second here. Warlock. All right. I get the hint, man. But do you understand? Do I look like someone who understands a damn thing that's going on here tonight? Perhaps your head does not, but the heart recognizes, and the stomach sees clearly. The one warlock I apprenticed for told me my heart was in the right place. He's referencing Pointu. And my gran liked to say I followed my guts more than my brain. Is that what you're saying? And focus in on this thing. Warlock, if you wish to know, then grab hold of the light of our land while it still remains. Come on, man. Talk like a regular person. This. Tap. The light of your land. Why do y'all call it that? Oh. Notice that Jake's eyes now aren't red anymore. So, the Lock of Athens sigil is clearing. And Jake finds himself in ancient Hyperlantis suddenly. Welcome. What is your name? Jake. Who the hell are... I was known in my time as Emperor Sol, Descarado III. For 5 years, a time known to you as 5,000, I ruled with my fellow emperors the empire you call Hyperlantis, a land whose influence spanned many worlds and countless millennia. My time as Emperor Sol saw many crises and catastrophes, each dealt with as swiftly and joyfully as play. And amidst our play, the Tarot was formed, a treasure that now returns to your land at this crucial time. Ain't you a little, flap, young to give orders now? No one commands in Hyperlantis. We live in accord with the heavens. Maybe you can go ahead and tell me what the hell is going on with the heavens then, Buck. I like that line. The fifth trial approaches, and with it a great change comes upon your land, a new aeon, and a new accord with the heavens. But how can one know the fifth if they've never known the first? Yeah, exactly. So, here we go, y'all. This next part. So, one of my main intentions for this episode was just to explain what the whole fifth trial stuff is, because I mean, up to this point, it's kind of sounded like nonsense, and so this is an attempt to explain from a Hyperlantean's point of view exactly what's going on. Listen, if you will, Jake. And we have a tarot card, Major 1, the first trial. All players reshuffle their cards from play, hand, and discard pile into their decks and draw a new hand. Existence, as you know it, is the force of will. Before our time, all will was unified. Then came the first trial. Will was divided, highest from lowest. In that division, the cosmos was formed. The highest will sought formlessness and set the rhythm of being. The lowest will sought embodiment and create the ever-changing melody of existence. In this new accord between forces, life was created, the second trial. Life, as a manifestation of lowest will, sought to connect with the highest, and so magic was devised. So, in this story, we have these fish creatures coming off of land, and so I'll explain a little bit more of what I'm going to be leading into here. The third trial commenced. The Emperor's soul's light began to shine. The third trial. You may immediately play 3 cards from your hand or discard pile. Life spread through the cosmos and overtook the rhythm and harmony of the highest will. For a time, life was a capable replacement for the highest will and changed with prowess, purpose, and proper accord with the heavens. So the fish people slowly evolved into these other kind of fishy people. Looking kind of fishy. This tradition followed into my generation. In our gratitude, we created the greatest gift we could offer, the game of the tarot. So implication is like basically humans evolved from fish people in this world, if you're picking that up. But for the first time, the Emperor Soul's light began to fade. We aged much quicker than our ancestors, and this became the new rhythm that would set the aeon to come. We did not understand what we gave up when we made the tarot. So Descarado is saying that after making the tarot, everybody began to age more rapidly. And we also get to see sort of Descarado as he grew older, but retained his childish form within the light of his land. I don't know how else to refer to it. The light of their land. The virtues of play slowly faded. The tarot became a tool for power instead of creation. The game of tarot ended, and thus began the war of tarot. I foresaw this and made preparations to preserve all the knowledge and magic that I could within this artifact we call the light of our land. Oh, hell, this is giving me a headache. Alright, so what trial are we on now here? Jake, this was the end of the third trial, which saw the formation of the path of the lowest will. A cult committed to no cause. Neither power nor play were important. Simply peril, by any means. So they also look kind of set-like, which is intentional. The fourth trial. All players lose 4 cards from their hand, as well as the top of their deck. So the fourth trial came to pass. The path of the lowest will spread through the land, sowing dissent, deceit, and destruction. Millennia passed. Life attempted to retain what knowledge it could with little success. What magic remains today is little more than a tool for labor. The virtues of play barely remain, save for the captive lives of the Emperor souls. Oh Lord, there's that wombo combo feeling again. So Descarado's basically saying, like, the kids who are alive now, so like the tarot kids, are sort of in this captivity, basically, and unable to recreate what Descarado sees as like a utopia or an empire. What you feel is the shock of revelation, Jake. Give yourself time to settle into the knowledge you have absorbed. It is normally only fit for Emperor souls, but the heavens have surely accorded for this meeting. Ain't nobody accorded with me on this crap. Aris found you suitable, and I trust his judgment implicitly. Jake, the fifth trial shall come to pass. Do you wish to prepare for it? The events that will transpire this night are merely the alignment of Earth's spirit with the heavens. Will, highest to lowest, shall manifest according to that alignment. I cannot properly say what is next for you. That is yours to know. In keeping with the Hyperlantean concept of no one commands. For I cannot see the fifth trial clearly. Its form is still unknown to me. The light of the tarot fades not only from my eyes, but from the eyes of the world. Without it, I fear darkness and silence shall envelop existence once again. That which remains below will never again meet with that which remains above. Spirit without motion, form without cause. So what the hell am I supposed to do? I can barely pay my lot fees most days. Jake, do you hear? No one commands. What do you wish? A bed would be great right now. You shall find what you seek, it is assured. There's one last thing I wish to tell you, Jake. I leave you with the virtue of the Emperor's soul. Blessed is the one that seeks both embodiment of spirit. Let me try that again. Blessed is the one that seeks both embodiment of spirit and the inspiration of flesh. I shall fade from this land tonight. Ooh. I want to... I'm going to have to check, because this word balloon is... its placement's messed up. I'll get to that in a little bit. I shall fade from this land tonight. You and Arish shall be the only remaining witnesses to my life. Do with it what you will. Farewell, Jake, and may you remain in accord with the heavens. Crick, crack. Crumble. Arish? Did Descarado just die? His will has faded this night, as well as the will of our land. You can't just hold a seance or something to get back in touch with him? Hell, I could do it on the next full moon if you want. To embody spirit, as Descarado did, was a sacrifice of total will. Nothing remains of him now save the ashes before you. And I, yes, I... Or I should actually, because he's... So in this line, Ariz is sort of... He's using I for the first time. He's referring to himself for the first time. So it's more like, and I, yes, I am now the final inheritor of Hyperlantean, given flesh this night by the Emperor's soul's light. And you remain an unknown. Do you understand, Warlock? Has the stomach reached your head finally? Barf. It must be so. So, there's a lot, right? That's a lot to take in. Basically, I mean, all really the first trial, the first trial and the second trial are essentially just basically the Big Bang, formation of planets, and the formation of life. And then after that, the third trial is the formation of magic, and with the formation of magic as a consequence of that, empires are formed, kingdoms are formed, politics, society, culture is formed. And so each trial is sort of like a consequence of the previous trials. So the fourth trial is basically war. And with war came the end of Hyperlantis and the end of, or at least for the time, the end of the Tarot. And the fifth trial hasn't been fully decided yet. We haven't seen the consequences of everything that's played out so far since the fourth trial, right? And whatever the fifth trial is going to be is all the consequences of the stuff that happened since the fourth trial. So basically, people coming to terms with war, with society and culture despite war and chaos. And that's something I'm still actually kind of working on, and will be the main theme and concept for Season 4 and Season 5. Season 4 and Season 5 are basically, I am working out all the consequences of what the fifth trial is going to be. Now, next episode we are going to find out who won the tarot tournament, right, amongst the kids. And that will, as Descarado said, it will determine the alignment. But determining the alignment is one thing, and how everything actually works out is a whole other thing. So that's the very brisk explanation, the quick explanation. And like I said, the rest of the story of Trailer Park Warlock will be seeing how all that plays out. So anyway, here is your tarot of the week, and that's the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man in the tarot, it's a major arcana card for one, and it's usually representative of being in a place of indeterminacy and having to shift your perspective to get some new insight on life. The hangman often represents somebody who is in the middle of a spiritual transformation, and while they're in the middle of that spiritual transformation, everything is kind of turned upside down. And in that perspective of turning everything upside down, you're not really sure what to think, what to do. All you can really do is take it all in, and that's the idea behind the hangman as a tarot card in general. And well, I use Jake, and Jake is looking rather chill in his scenario. Anyway, so that's your tarot of the week. And as always, if you want to follow me on social media, you can. On Twitter, that's at Matt J. Rainwater. On Instagram, at Matthew Rainwater. YouTube, my YouTube channel is Matt J. Rainwater. And of course, if you're watching this, you probably already follow me on Patreon. And thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. You are awesome. You'll help me keep the lights on. And nevertheless, I always ask and appreciate if y'all can pass the link on, and that's patreon.com/MattJRainwater. Anyway, I will talk to y'all later, and I hope you're having a good day, and see you then.